Hello everyone, welcome to ITLS Academy, Empower the Youth. Today's lecture is based on pasteurization of carbonated beverages or carbonated drinks. So let's see the introduction part. Pasteurization is now widely used as it provides greater assurance of safety and protection from microbial spoilage. Although with simple flavored carbonated product produced in plant with good hygiene standards, risks are low if pasteurization is not carried out. Pasteurizing beverages helps extend their shelf life while making sure they are safe for the consumptions once they hit the shelves. Pasteurization extends the shelf life of carbonated beverage by removing microbes that cause them to ferment or deteriorate in other ways. So what is basically pasteurization is doing? So pasteurization is just extending the shelf life of any carbonated beverages. How they are extending the shelf life? Just by removing microbes. Which type of microbes? That cause the beverages to ferment or deteriorate in any other ways. So basically what is the point of pasteurization? Just to extend the shelf life and make the beverage safe for the consumption once they hit the shelves. So they are making the beverage free from any type of contamination, and they are extending their shelf life by inhibiting the growth of microbes. This is the pasteurization unit for the production of carbonated soft drinks. Then comes the types of pasteurization. So basically there are different types of pasteurization, but if we talk about carbonated beverages, so it is basically two types, that is tunnel pasteurization and second is flash pasteurization. As you can see the image of tunnel pasteurization and the flash pasteurization. So we will going to discuss each pasteurization one by one in detail. So our first is tunnel pasteurization. Pasteurizing beverages helps extend their shelf life while making sure they are safe for the consumptions once they hit the shelves. Tunnel pasteurization is one way to handle this process, and it can be particularly effective for carbonated beverages. Tunnel pasteurization is unlike other pasteurization processes in that it gradually treats the product in a continuous flow from one end of the system to other rather than shooting for a single target temperature in one go. So basically what is the aim or principle of tunnel pasteurization is to extend the shelf life just to inhibit the growth of microorganism, and this process is one of the best or effective process for any carbonated beverages. So how they are working? They are just working in a continuous flow, means starting from one end and finishing on the other end. Not just like other pasteurization processes are they are targeting only one single temperature, but how this tunnel is working? They are working in a continuous flow, means starting from one end and finishing on the other end. The tunnel pasteurization process. Now let's see the processes of the tunnel pasteurization. The first is gradual heating. The bottled or canned product passed into the tunnel through one end, and throughout the tunnel its temperature is raised with a spray of hot water. The temperature is brought up in the stages. In each stage, the product and container are brought to target temperature and held. They are long enough to kill off specific microorganism. After that, it's conveyed to the next stage where the temperature is brought up a bit higher, held in place, and so on until it reaches the maximum desired temperature. So how this gradual heating take place, since its name suggests gradual, means slowly heating, means the bottle or any canned product, it is passed through a tunnel through one end, और पूरी टनल में थ्रू आउट द टनल जो टेम्परेचर है वो हम रेज करते हैं. कैसे करते हैं? विद द स्प्रे ऑफ हॉट वाटर. और हर एक स्टेज पे हम अपने टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज करते जाते हैं और हम इतना टारगेट टेम्परेचर देते हैं कि दैट इज़ इनफ टू किल दी स्पेसिफिक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, कि भाई जो स्पेसिफिक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म है उनको हम किल कर सकें उतना अमाउंट, और उतना अमाउंट कह सकते हो या उतनी टारगेट टेम्परेचर हम प्रोवाइड करते हैं टनल के थ्रू. और कैसे प्रोवाइड करते हैं? विद द स्प्रे ऑफ हॉट वाटर. उसके बाद क्या होता है कि आफ्टर प्रोवाइडिंग द टारगेट टेम्परेचर एंड किलिंग द स्पेसिफिक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, दे आर कन्वेड, और ये हम अपने दूसरे स्टेज पे इसको लेकर के जाते हैं जहाँ पर टेम्परेचर को हम थोड़ा और हाई करते हैं या इंक्रीज करते हैं कि वो मैक्सिमम, जितना मैक्सिमम डिज़ायर्ड टेम्परेचर हो वहाँ पर रीच कर जाए और जितने भी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म है जो कंटामिनेट कर सकते हैं हमारे बेवरेजेस को, उनको वो किल कर सकें. देन कम्स द कूल डाउन. अब हम लोगों ने पहले देखा कि ग्रेजुअल हीटिंग हमने करी और इसमें हमने एक डिज़ायर्ड टेम्परेचर दिया जिसमें हमारा माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म किल हो गया है. अब हम क्या करेंगे? उसकी कूल डाउन करेंगे, उसकी कूलिंग करेंगे. आफ्टर रीचिंग द मैक्सिमम desired temperature, the product is gradually brought down to the room temperature. The entire concept is incremental temperature changes instead of bringing the product up to the top temperature in one blast. So कूल डाउन प्रोसेस में हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि जैसे हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर पे पहुंच गया है तो वहाँ से हम क्या करेंगे? अपने प्रोडक्ट को रूम टेम्परेचर पे ग्रेजुअली लेकर के आएंगे. ठीक. देन कम्स द पैलेटेशन एंड शिपमेंट. आफ्टर द प्रोडक्ट इज बॉट बैक down to the room temperature, it is ready for labeling, boxing and palatalization. Means अब हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो रूम टेम्परेचर पे आ गया. अब नाउ इट इज़ सेफ और इट इज़ रेडी फॉर लेबलिंग. अब हम उसकी लेबलिंग करते हैं, उसकी बॉक्सिंग करते हैं, उसकी पैलेटाइजेशन करते हैं. देन कम्स द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ टनल पैस्चराइजेशन. What are the different advantages of tunnel pasteurization? So tunnel pasteurization offers numerous benefits to breweries, food processing facilities and anyone else who produce carbonated beverages. The first advantage is compatibility. First off, tunnel pasteurization is compatible with most carbonated beverages. Some pasteurization methods such as hot filling do not allow for CO2 to be added to the beverage since it causes too much foaming during the process. तो first is compatibility, मतलब इसमें यह है कि जो tunnel pasteurization है is compatible, it is means compatible कह लो, it is useful for the most of the carbonated beverages. How? सम पैस्चराइजेशन मेथड जिसमें हम हॉट फिलिंग करते हैं वो जनरली CO2 को फ़ौरन ऐड नहीं करते. क्यों? क्योंकि जैसे ही हम हॉट फिलिंग कर रहे हैं अगर हम उसमें CO2 को अलाउ कर देंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा इनटू द बेवरेज, तो फोमिंग होने लगेगी. देयर एक्सेसिव ऑफ फोमिंग ड्यूरिंग द प्रोसेस. Tunnel pasteurization, on the other hand, enables certain amount of CO2 to be present in the beverages. अब since हम excessive CO2 नहीं दे सकते हैं किसी beverages को just to avoid the foaming process, तो tunnel pasteurization enable करती है कि कुछ certain amount of CO2 should be present in the beverage. That is the only reason it is known as carbonated beverages. Why? Because of the content of CO2. While there are no limit on how much process can handle, it does offer an advantage over other methods that do not allow for it at all. So it has a greater advantages on the other methods. Then comes prevent overcarbonation. In addition of being safe for certain level of carbonation, tunnel pasteurization can be helpful when it comes to preventing overcarbonation. So what this tunnel pasteurization is doing, it is just preventing over carbonation. For instance, some microorganisms found in beer may produce excessive CO2, causing the beverage to burst out upon opening. Tunnel pasteurization prevent that from happening by eliminating those microbes. तो since ओवर कार्बोनेशन को ये प्रिवेंट करता है. कुछ ऐसे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं जो सर्टन ड्रिंक्स में प्रेजेंट होते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल इन बियर, जिसमें एक्सेसिव CO2 होता है. अब जाहिर है कि जब एक्सेसिव CO2 है तो उसमें क्या होगा कि इसमें फोमिंग की प्रोसेस ज़्यादा हो जाएगी, जो अगर हम जब उस बेवरेज को ओपन करेंगे तो इट में बर्स्ट आउट. So just to prevent the bursting out of that particular beverage, what this tunnel pasteurization is doing, it is just preventing them from it is just eliminating those microbes which produce excessive CO2. Then last is prolonged shelf life. Pasteurization extends the shelf life of carbonated beverage by removing microbes that cause them to ferment or deteriorate in other ways. This is especially important in beverages such as sodas, which has high amount of sugar. As we have discussed in the introduction part that pasteurization की जो basic principle है या basic aim है is to extend the shelf life of any beverages. How to increase the shelf life? Just by removing the microbes that ferment or deteriorate that particular beverage. So it is मतलब कि in such there are some beverages, for example sodas are there, which has a high amount of sugar content. So it helps to increase the shelf life of that type of beverages. How? Just to inhibit the growth of microbes. Then comes the flash pasteurization. Flash pasteurization involves the use of heat exchanger to rapidly increase a steam of product to a temperature between about 85 to 95 degrees centigrade for a period of around 15 to 20 seconds, followed by rapid cooling. So what this flash pasteurization is doing, it involves the use of heat exchanger. It increases the product temperature between 85 to 95 degree temperature, or with a period of around 15 to 20 सेकेंड्स. तो एंड फॉलोड बाय रैपिड कूलिंग. तो इसमें टेम्परेचर हमारा 85 टू 95 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड के बीच में होता है, और जो उसका पीरियड होता है, टाइम पीरियड होता है, कितने टाइम पीरियड के लिए होता है, 15 टू 20 सेकेंड्स के लिए होता है, और उसके बाद हम उसकी रैपिड कूलिंग कर देते हैं. Then comes the flash pasteurization is performed to kill spoilage microbes prior to filling container in order to make the product safer and to extend their shelf life compared to unpasteurized foodstuff. In conjunction with the sterile fill technology that is similar to aseptic processing to prevent post-pasteurization contamination. So what this pasteurization is doing, it is just extending the shelf life of any beverages by killing the spoilage of microorganism. Then there are, for example, one manufacturer of flash pasteurization machinery gives a shelf life as in excess of 12 months, and that can be used. Then comes the advantages of flash pasteurization. The common application of flash pasteurization include milk, beer, and fruit juices. Because flash pasteurization involves mild heat, It holds several advantage over other forms of heat treatment. So it involves a very mild heat, so it has advantages. Let's see the advantages one by one. First is there is a minimal change in flavor, color and nutrients. Since the temperature is low, so that is the reason it have a very minimal or very slight change in flavor, color and in their nutrient. It economically save time and space, and what it is doing, it is just saving the time and space. Then it heat the product uniformly. जो प्रोडक्ट है उसको यूनिफॉर्मली हीट करता है, रिड्यूसिंग कुक्ड टेस्ट टू अ मिनिमम. Then beneficial enzyme inactivation is obtained. So these are the advantages of flash pasteurization. So hope you have understood about the pasteurization. So what kind of questions you can get in the exams means they can ask you like what is the basic principle of pasteurization, different types of pasteurization means tunnel or flash pasteurization, what is the difference between tunnel and flash pasteurization, or they can also ask in detail the process of tunnel pasteurization. They can also ask the advantages of flash or tunnel pasteurization. So these are the basic questions that you can get in exams. So hope you have understood the pasteurization process. Thank you, and please don't forget to follow ITLS Academy, and please subscribe our channel ITLS Academy, and please press the bell icon to get latest lectures on the topic. You can also visit our website, that is www.itlsacademy.com, or you can also call on our helpline number, that is 7080833450. Thank you.